Hey guys, I'm AfroGeek PlusUltraNappy and welcome back to a brand new video. So today I'm rocking the Batman shirt, so you already know what time it is, and that means a Batman video, but not just any ordinary Batman video. I'm going to be talking to you guys about the Dark Knight trilogy. Throughout the video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the Dark Knight trilogy films directed by Christopher Nolan and just what I think of the films, what I liked about them and what I didn't like about them. And then I also have two friends who happen to be Batman enthusiasts that I'm going to bring into the video as well and let them explain their take on the Dark Knight trilogy. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in it. So you got the first one out of a trilogy, Batman Begins, which was released on June 15th, 2005, and it was directed by Christopher Nolan. The screenplay for the first film, Batman Begins, was by Christopher Nolan and David S. Goyer. Served inspirations for the film came from the comic book storylines of The Man Who Falls, Batman Year One, and Batman The Long Halloween. So frankly, as a kid, I honestly did like Batman Begins because Scarecrow has always been one of my favorite Batman villains, and I was glad to see that we got introduced to newer Batman villains other than your typical Joker in this one. I mean, the actor who played Scarecrow was fairly cool. You know, I liked him. Ra's al Ghul. I don't know, something about Liam Neeson playing Ra's al Ghul I just wasn't like too fond of, because when you think of Ra's al Ghul is like hundreds of years old, different ethnicity, but when you see Liam Neeson, it's just like, oh, it's the white man who knows martial arts. Unimpressive. Batman Begins definitely isn't my favorite out of the trilogy. I'd probably have to say it's my second favorite, but overall the film, it could have been better. So now we move on to The Dark Knight, which was released on July 18th, 2008, directed once again by Christopher Nolan, and the screenplay was written by Jonathan Nolan and Christopher Nolan, and served inspiration for the film was taken from the 1998 graphic novel The Killing Joke and the 1996 comic book series The Long Halloween. Definitely loved The Dark Knight so much, especially Heath Ledger's portrayal as the Joker really made the movie fucking pop. I think The Dark Knight kind of hit the nail in the coffin as far as like making a really nice Batman story. That was personally my favorite, and that will always be my favorite Batman film. Christian Bale did a better job as portraying Batman in this film. Acting in the film was pretty damn good, and I saw this movie in IMAX. Shit was fucking amazing. But overall, I like The Dark Knight. Like I said, I like Heath Ledger's portrayal as the Joker. So now we move on to my least favorite for numerous reasons, and that one is The Dark Knight Rises, which was released on July 20th, 2012, and it was directed by Christopher Nolan, screenplay by Jonathan Nolan and Christopher Nolan, and served inspiration for the film came from the 1993 storyline of the comic book Nightfall, which I have read and I actually liked, the 1986 series The Dark Knight Returns, and the 1999 storyline No Land's Man. The Dark Knight Rises, I did not like for numerous reasons. Tom Hardy, excellent actor. He did a pretty decent job playing Bane. I just didn't like that they just redid Bane's story. They didn't use Bane's venom. They didn't have the whole venom aspect with Bane that made him strong. Bane, last time I checked, wasn't white. I did not like Anne Hathaway as Catwoman. Anne Hathaway is a pretty good actress. I just did not like her portrayal as Catwoman. Just overall, I thought the movie could have been a whole lot better. Honestly, that movie sucked ass. Like, that movie was so fucking bad. And then there's that whole thing with Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who was a cop and who played John Blake. But in the movie, his real legal name was Robin John Blake, and how at the end of the movie, they teased that he was getting ready to be trained to become Robin. I've kind of rambled on for a little bit. I'm going to let my friends take it over. So I have the Comic Chef once again back. If you saw my Power Ranger video, he featured in it. So I have him back in this video. My friend Streig, who streams on Twitch. Check him out, twitch.tv/Streig. He will also be talking about the Dark Knight trilogy as well. So first, I'm gonna let the comic book chef start his off, so take it away.
Hey man, let's get this one off right. The third one sucked. No, but on a serious note, from start to finish, the series is actually pretty beautiful. And then the third one rounded its head in. You have the first one, that creates the man into the myth. The second, to mold the myth into the greatness that us, the audience, knows and loves. And then there is the third one. If you're looking for an answer, there isn't one. Sure, it was supposed to be the end of a legend and inspire others, but it didn't. We skip 8 years, Batman is all of a sudden no more. There's a random new threat. Batseed comes out of retirement to be put out of commission. He rebuilds himself, comes back in again, and then fakes his death and leaves.
Oh, but they needed him. He can't do it forever.
Yes, that is very much so. Then why the hell did he leave? Listen, I have no problem with Batman, and I understand the message the series was trying to do. I get that. What I'm saying is there are a variety of possibilities. Bruce didn't have to retire. We could have skipped ahead 3 to 5 years and have a Bruce wanting to retire. He's emotionally drained. Maybe he's secretly working on a project, as Batman always does. And then the movie still could have ran its course. Batman could have still gotten broken and sent away. That his tiredness is what led him to slipping up with Talia. Listen, at the end of the day, these movies were about looking at the human side of Batman. So yes, he can get tired, he can make mistakes, have oversights. That's human. Sure, we can harp on the desert scene all day, but let's be honest. The biggest problem, in my opinion, was the flow of the series. When put together, not just separate. You want to retire Batman? Do like Beyond. Make him work non-stop till he has judgment lapses. Batman doesn't retire until either the mission is over or until he can no longer do it. But if that's the case, he'll find someone else.
That's where the secret project comes in, and turns out he already picked Joseph Gordon-Levitt to take the mantle.
And I personally agree with the points that he made. He made some very valid points. So now that the comic book chef said his portrayal on the Dark Knight trilogy, I'm gonna let my homie Streig take over.
Christopher Nolan did not make Batman movies. He made movies with Batman in them. He was smart about it. The first film, he tricked everyone by completely ripping off Year One. He even admitted this to some of the comic outlets online. Now, in the big interviews, this was all his idea, his inspiration. But in the little interviews where he knew no one would really see it, he admitted that he ripped off Year One, or was inspired by Year One. All the best bits, the things that people really remember, the cool scene with all the bats fluttering all around him, the way he's just, going hard on the underworld. This was all Year One. The worst part of that movie was his idea, making Ra's al Ghul a literal white man, and a British one at that. The British were all about imperialism. Ra's al Ghul was literally about dismantling that entire concept. It didn't make any sense. And he even changed his name to fucking Raz, which was stupid, and stuck for a while. Unacceptable. Then you get The Dark Knight, a movie so mediocre, no one can tell you anything about it except how amazing Heath Ledger was. And Heath Ledger was amazing. He was so amazing, people still think they like that movie. Now, if you look that movie up, you're going to see a lot of people saying, was this movie really that good? It took years. It took years and the death of Heath Ledger to break that spell. Batman was the least interesting part of that movie. That is how you know you have not written a good Batman story, when he is the least interesting part in it. That should never be a thing, but he was. I'll bet y'all forgot Harvey Dent was in there. I did. Shades of Long Halloween, but not utilized properly. And then we go to the last movie, the one that almost no one talks about, because it was almost entirely Nolan's idea. This was his stance on Occupy Wall Street. I bet y'all don't remember that, because the media shut that shit down quick. Anyway, this was him saying, like he did at the end of the second movie, that if the masses get control, it will be anarchy, and they need the comforting, firm hand of the rich and affluent to guide them to success. And he did that by casting another excellent actor, Tom Hardy as Bane, who is white. Same with Liam Neeson as Ra's al Ghul. Bane was supposed to be born in a Brazilian prison. He was supposed to have the venom But it doesn't work with the story. What story? Poor people are stupid, Batman's rich, trust Batman. That was the story. Terrible story. Bane was great, despite being totally miscast. As standalone movies, they're alright. As Batman vehicles, they are utter failures.
Honestly, both have made very extremely valid pinpoints in the series. They pointed out the flaws and a little bit of the cons too, but I personally agree with both parties, and I think they really hit the nail on the coffin with the portrayal of the Dark Knight trilogy. But anyway, guys, that is it for the video. If you enjoyed, smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're brand new, guys. We are trying to get to 100 subscribers by the end of 2020. And don't forget to hit the bell, especially the all notification, get notified when I upload all videos, or you can hit the personalized option, you get notified when I upload every other video. And if you want to connect with me, don't forget to check out my links to the social media in the description below. I'm talking Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Patreon. If you want to do more to support me in the future, as well as this channel, hit up my Patreon account. I have different rewards for different tiers, and those rewards are pretty well, and they're pretty cool, so I definitely will check them out if you want to definitely support me in this channel. But honestly, subscribing, liking the videos, sharing them with your friends means the world to me, and I couldn't be more grateful for the fan base that I have. And I appreciate all the comments that people have been leaving, all the likes on the videos, and just the overall support. And thank you guys for rocking with me while I've been sick. But you know, I'm trying to put bangers out for this whole week, you know, for you guys, because I was sick last week. I'm gonna put links to check out my friends, the ComicChef. I'm gonna put a link to his Twitter in the description below, and I'm going to put a link to Streig's Twitch in the description below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I am AfroGeek +UltraNappy, and your boy is